CIS is a real estate development and infrastructure solutions company that was started in 2013. It was started because Prince George's County in Maryland was in discussions with US EPA. And on both sides, both the county side and at the EPA, on the EPA end, they were looking for delivery models, business models that could result in very significant scale up of green stormwater infrastructure solutions for the protection of Chesapeake Bay. So that was the genesis of CIS. CIS, first of all, it's all about people. I have a team of people that are highly innovative, that are very ambitious, that are interested in making an impact in the places they live and elsewhere in the nation at a very large scale. And these are people that have big dreams, as in they truly want to move the needle. They're not really interested in small scale projects. So there are 4 or 5 things that are very unique about CIS. For example, the ability to scale up green stormwater infrastructure or distributed infrastructure solutions towards meeting any kind of needs, whether it is consent decree or MS4 permit compliance related items. At the end of the day, if you look at our examples, for example, Prince George's County program, we have done over $300 million worth of programs and projects over the last decade successfully, with significant transitions both on the counties and at CIS during that time frame. And the fact that the teams are steadily working hand in hand over 10 years, that's a credit to both the county's priorities and the discipline to stay with it, as well as CIS folks to be able to deliver it. The second thing, so aside from the ability to scale up solutions from a, 1 or 2 projects on a street corner in a community to very large scale, I think that $300 million worth of work is roughly about 425 individual projects over the last 10 years. So you're really looking at like 40 projects a year. The second thing that is very unique about CIS is that we engage businesses in the communities that we work in. So small businesses, minority-owned businesses, women-owned businesses, it is part of our business culture. It's a key value proposition of CIS to do that in the communities that we are in. 79% of our work in Prince George's County has been performed by small businesses that are local to a community, which means the money stays within the community. The community is, at the end of the day, paying for the projects. So it is good that they are actually able to retain all of that money within the community and have multiple uses of it. So over the last 10 years, local businesses in Prince George's County have done 79% of the work, out of the $310 million worth of work that we have done, which is very good for the community, because at the end of the day, the money that the community is investing in doing all these projects stays within the community. And it has had more than $600 million worth of economic impact based on third-party economists that have been tracking the program. The third item that I wanted to mention is the mentor-protégé program that CIS has. At the end of the day, it is very important, and it's part of our corporate ethos to develop the ecosystem of contractors and consulting firms and the other partners in a manner that their businesses grow. And why we are very special is our ability to work on private properties. Typically, government has a very hard time engaging private property parcels, etc. And we have a methodology and a process that is very carefully designed. And we do a lot of work on private properties in the communities that we are engaged in. To give you an idea of that, in Milwaukee, for example, we have been engaged in greater Milwaukee region with Milwaukee Metropolitan Sewerage District for the last 10 years, for the last 3 years actually. And more than 90% of the work that we have done there has been on private properties. So those are some of the things I would mention. And last but not the least, partly because we are engaged in public-private partnerships or community-based partnerships, there is an element of risk transfer that we are able to do. Some communities in the contracts that they have with us don't pay us until the work is done, as verified by a third-party entity. And all of that is great for the community. Nationally, we are engaged in Prince George's County, as we just discussed, in greater Milwaukee region with Milwaukee Metropolitan Sewerage District. We have a program with Seattle Public Utilities that is in its second year now. We are just getting started on a very large, consent decree program in Kansas City, and then we have been engaged in Los Angeles area for a while, and we are in the process of signing a contract with Cook County near Chicago. These are all programs that range in size from $15 million on the low end to, as I said earlier, about 350, 40 cumulative, done over a number of years, not just 1 year. So yeah, we have a national footprint. So I think for us, at the end of the day, it's the opportunity to dream big within CIS. And it is something that we really emphasize. If you meet most of my team members, I think you'll be struck by the fact of how motivated they are in meeting the needs of the times. Today, for example, infrastructure challenges across the U.S. have two underlying themes that we need to address. First is the aging infrastructure in general. Much of the stuff that we don't see actually, especially in the case of water infrastructure, is more than 50, 100-year-old, and that needs to be replaced. So there is a lot of investment that is needed there. And the second is changing weather patterns, whether you call it climate change or whatever else have you. At the end of the day, the weather patterns are very different. Shorter duration, more intense rainfalls. And our staff are very motivated to make impacts in the communities that they live in or have an interest in helping on a large scale to truly move the needle. So that's our motivation, to continue to innovate, bring in new business models, and make it happen well and better. Last year, we were spun off from the Corvius Group. In our first year, we were ranked around 180th in the world among the larger engineering, architecture engineering, environmental firms. These are global rankings. So to do that, we provide the total revenues for that. This year, we will provide another data point, and we would have doubled our revenue from 2023. So I feel very blessed. Second year as the CEO of CIS is a new role for me. Going forward, at the end of the day, the opportunities both of aging infrastructure and changing climate present incredible opportunity for an infrastructure solutions provider like CIS. So I'd love to see, instead of working in 10 programs across the country, to be working in 30 programs across the country in 3 to 5 years. Cool. And actually, I can actually see it happen. A key message to drive is success doesn't really come easy. What I mean by that is work doesn't have to be hard, but you really have to put your hours in it. There is no shortcut to success. So I would advise young people that are currently in college or about to graduate or early enough in their career to work hard, work efficiently, be very focused in the things that you are working in. Sometimes try new things. You don't always have to go after the things that everybody else is doing. Maybe you're trying something new. I am a big believer in the fact that, and in the comment that I was making earlier about CIS, I'm a big believer in the comment or the thing that people frequently talk about, which is the 5 people that are closest to you in your most, in the hours that you are awake, truly drive and define who you are as a person. So I'm really blessed within CIS to actually have people that are very ambitious, and they're always thinking about innovation and new ideas to be deployed across the country. I think if whether you're a young person early enough in your career or still in college, you really need to surround yourself with people that you see are hardworking, work efficiently, work smart, and are innovative and big dreamers. To me, that's the message.